rise and fall of Islam. From 600 CE to 1918, the fall of the Roman Empire created a power vacuum that allowed for the rise of the Islamic Empire. The eastern half of the Roman Empire, located at Constantinople, stayed the same, but would soon be at war with the new and emerging Muslim powers in the region for centuries. In addition, the Persian Empire was also weak, which was soon incorporated into the Arab Muslim empires. Soon after, Muhammad formed a new religion in the year 600 CE, which eventually brought together Arab tribes into one nation, first under the Umayyads and the Abbasids. The Umayyad dynasty was the first great Muslim dynasty to rule the empire of the Caliphate, which lasted from 661 to 750 CE. The Abbasid Empire overthrew the Umayyad Caliphate in 750 AD and reigned as the Abbasid Caliphate, and the Abbasid dynasty lasted from 750 to 1258 CE. In the golden age of Islamic empires, wealth and trade routes spread across Asia. Baghdad was the new capital of the Islamic world in the year 750 CE, and within Baghdad was the House of Wisdom, which was an intellectual center, as Muslim scholars made breakouts in medicine, science, philosophy, and mathematics. The people of Baghdad used a system of learning called the Baghdad Hub of Learning, which was how knowledge and methods got passed around during that time. A man named Al-Biruni and other Muslim scholars made incredible discoveries in mathematics, including the development of algebra, improvements in astronomy, and geometry. In Spain, the Hebrew language was rediscovered by Jews, Christians, and Muslim scholars. And soon after, Greek philosophy was translated and preserved. A musician from Baghdad named Zidiab, or nicknamed Blackbird, relocated to Spain and opened the first music school in Europe, in Cordoba in the 800s. Zidiab was also the founder of Andalusian music. And here's an example of what Arab Andalusian music sounds like. This Arab Andalusian music later influenced Spanish music, because the instruments and melodies they brought to the region later gave way to things like the guitar and the flamenco. And here's an example of the influence on Spanish music. During the 1200s, the Mongols burned Baghdad to the ground and conquered much of the Middle East. The ideas and achievements of the Abbasid lived on, but Islamic power declined overall. And soon after, Sunni Shiites split an ongoing internal religious divide, which soon led to the fall of Abbasid in the 1200s. Abbasid then fell, and remaining power divided amongst the Ottomans, the Safavid, and the Mongols for the most part. Ottomans were known as the sick men of Europe, and the British were controlled through funding and diplomacy. Ottomans later allied with Germany during World War I, and allies promised Arab independence, and instead they took over, which set in motion many of the problems they have plagued the Middle East ever since. Some achievements of the Abbasid include that it lasted for more than 500 years. Support for scholars led to advances in many things, like math, medicine, and astronomy, which are still continued by scholars today. Another, that it was the focal point for all Islamic political and cultural life, and that it was also obscured by the legacy of European imperialism and the idea of Orientalism, in which Edward Said stated that an Orientalist is someone who teaches, writes about, or researches the Orient. During the rise and fall of Islam, new religions, techniques, and materials were brought forth to exist that still affect us to this day.
حي